to another little mini chit chat video. Welcome back to another little mini reaction video. Yes, I would say it's a reaction video because your girl got the news this morning. Super, super excited. So, before we go ahead and get into today's video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Shout out to all our Purple Heart members. Thank you guys for all of your support. You will see this video once it re-uploads to YouTube. For those of you who did not get a chance to make the live, I just kind of sprung it on the channel. So, like I always do, most of my lives are very impromptu, kind of in the moment. So this morning we got some super, super, super good news. So, I think I've talked about this before. By the way, this is kind of like for my entrepreneurial um audience. For those of you who consume that type of content, you guys know I'm kind of multifaceted. I like to dip and dabble in different things. So today we're doing our entrepreneurial thing. And yeah, so I wanted to go ahead and share the good news with you guys. I think I mentioned it before in one of my entrepreneurial vlogs about going back to school for purposes of upgrading certain things, not upgrading, but adding to the portfolio of skills, which is important in my field. And it's important as an entrepreneur to always be looking for ways to stay ahead of the curve. So I'm super excited that I was accepted into my program, and your girl will be going back to university. Um, that's like really big for me. my brain craves my brain craves constant knowledge. Like, I cannot just not be learning. And so it's very important, it's always very important for self development and just, keep your brain healthy and active. But if it's like a two for one special where you're actually learning a skill that is beneficial to you on a financial level as well as a self developmental level, then that's always a bonus. So, yes, we will be heading back to university. It's not going to be full time, clearly, because I have to work, but so we will be doing it virtually. So I'm so, so happy that I was able to do that through work. They have an amazing, amazing, amazing continuing education program, career development, whatever you want to do, and it's a top university in Canada. So I'm super excited about that. I just love learning, you guys. My brain just craves knowledge. Like, I'm such a freaking sponge, and I'm such a nerd. Like, I just love to learn. So I'm excited to be back into student mode, just adding one more hat to the many hats that I currently wear. But I like that type of stuff. I don't know if it's a Virgo thing. I love having like all the burners going. I crave that type of stuff. I like to be very busy. So yes, we're gonna be a student again. That's gonna be exciting, a little bit scary, but exciting because now, like, as you get older, excuse me, this is like a myth. We always think like when we're younger and we're in school, we can't wait like to just be adults and be grown and never have to see the inside of a classroom ever again. But that's not really true for people who crave an advancement and crave, like, staying ahead of the curve and just learning new things, being in the know. You never really stop learning. I know that sounds so cliche because it's a line I've heard time and time again. My mother used to say it all the time, and she juggled like many different career hats at the same time as well. So I think that's where we get it from. My sisters are kind of like the same way. They have like a lot of things going, and for me, I literally crave that stuff. So I think that's a very important skill to pass on. It's something that I've tried to instill in my daughter. But I will say this, something that our parents probably didn't really care about. It was just like, you need to know this, you need to know this, cram it in your brain. It's not for everybody. Everyone has their own kind of vibe. Everyone has their own way of learning and doing things. And that's something I had to learn as a parent who can be like, do this, do this, do this. I know the formula. Listen to me, listen to me. I had to learn to let my daughter find her own way. And that's something that, you evolve with parenting, but I digress. Um, I'm so excited to go back on this learning path, and now that I am, in the full entrepreneurial mode, I can truly appreciate learning a new skill, learning something that is going to benefit me, business wise as well as personal wise. Like, I'm going to be learning, which makes me so happy. It feeds my soul, literally. Um, and I'll also be applying this new skill to my businesses. So this is just something that's just, it makes me so happy, and I'm so thankful and grateful to God that I was able to find this way, because if my job, which is the 9 to 5 I always talk about, not the traditional 9 to 5, but still a 9 to 5, I do clock in. Um Having this job has opened so many doors that I would never have been able to open on my own. Like, paying for university is not something that was ever in the cards in my mind financially. It's not even somewhere I even wanted to venture, because it can be so expensive. So I'm so grateful, to my company, that they have this. This is available for people who are interested in career development, learning, just advancing their knowledge. You have so many programs that you can take at one of Canada's top leading universities. I just think that's an amazing perk. And I know, as a worker who do clock in, I do clock in, I still do clock in, right? We can become, disillusioned, disgruntled. Sometimes we don't really understand the ins and outs of business. So we just see things at face value and we react emotionally. But I must say, being an entrepreneur and working a quote unquote 9 to 5, right? You do get to see both sides of the aisle. You do get to understand, both sides, and both sides have their valid points. So I'm definitely grateful, to my company for having this program set up for us where we can further advance ourselves and our learning and our careers and all of that. So I'm super excited. So that's something that we'll be getting into in January of 2026. We just got the confirmation on that. So I'm super happy. I thought this would be great to share with you guys for Entrepreneurial Monday. You never really stop learning. That is another cliche that I can now attest to. It is not a cliche, it is a fact. If you are somebody who craves knowledge and constant learning, then you'll be happy to know that that cliche is very much true. Like, you never stop learning if you crave knowledge. Um so I'm excited. Um why are you going to report me? Oh, air oh yes, please report whoever is not following the rules. But if you're speaking to me, which you couldn't be. So we're just gonna continue on. Thank you to the people who do watch the videos, and we do appreciate you guys. Shout out to my Purple Heart members. Like I said, you guys will see this video once it re-uploads to YouTube if you didn't get a chance to catch the live. So now that I've given you guys my life update, I want to go ahead and talk a little bit about the giveaways that we have going on the channel. I didn't get a chance to do that in the intro. I was so excited to go ahead and get into my news. So we'll go ahead and talk about the giveaway really quickly while I wait for more of you to join in. So we do have two current giveaways going. So we have our Road to 1000. As you guys can see on this channel, we are almost at 1000 subbies. I'm super excited. We've done this in the past, so it's something that we like to do. It's our way of giving back to you guys and saying thank you for your support. So this for this particular giveaway, you will require a valid email address. You will require, yes, a valid email address, and you will have to reside in Canada. It is going to be a Uber Eats electronic gift card. Super, super excited for those of you who follow the channel, for those of you who follow us on social media in general. You guys know we're true, true foodies. I love a good, good, good. Oh my goodness. I love some good food. So we've been using Uber Eats a lot. And so we're excited to go ahead and do that giveaway. So again, stipulation, you must reside in Canada. You must have a valid email address to receive the electronic gift card. So that is that. The second giveaway is the watch time giveaway. Again, we've done this on our other channels as well. Something that I like to do as we push towards the end of the year. So for this particular giveaway, you will have to be, for both of them actually, you must be subscribed to the channel. That is a no-brainer. And you guys know we can see who's actually subscribed, so we don't even have to really get into that. Let's all be grown-ups and act accordingly. So yeah, you must be subscribed to the channel. Watch the videos to the end. Comment purple hearts in the comments so we know that you came through, and you will be entered into the cash prize giveaway. For those of you who are familiar with the channel, you guys know how we do it. We don't have Cash App in Canada, unfortunately. You must have access to Western Union to take part in that. You must have valid government ID to pick up any type of wire transfer. You guys know how this works. So you must have valid government ID to go ahead and pick that up. And you must have access to Western Union. We don't use Cash App. And that is the mode that we use to do the payouts. So that's open to everyone. And yeah, that's it pretty much for the giveaway. So I hope you guys get a chance to catch the video. For those of you who didn't get a chance to catch the live, I'm so excited. I'm not even like really coherent. I didn't really have this video in mind per se for Entrepreneurial Mondays. I do have an order packing vlog that I am going to be doing with you guys later on. I'm super excited about that as well. We really just been working super hard on the back end on the entrepreneurial stuff. We've really been working hard as we push towards the end of the year. We're getting into our busiest time of year, especially over here where I am in Canada. We already had Thanksgiving, so we had a huge Thanksgiving sale. We have orders going out today. We're dropping off some more orders, so that's something you guys will see if you follow the shorts. You guys will see all of that behind the scenes stuff. So thank you guys so much for those of you who got a chance to come through. And as always, you guys don't forget you can leave your video suggestions in the comments, leave it on the community post. We do these, I try to do these every Monday, especially as we head into fall and winter. You guys know, for those of you who keep up with the channel, I hate recording in the summer. It's just too hot, too much going on. But in the fall and the winter, we really get into our entrepreneurial content bag. So definitely tune in. We will have lots more entrepreneurial stuff coming as we head into now the holidays. So thank you guys so much. Stay up and stay blessed. And we will catch up with you guys in another video. Deuces.